You may hear the word CAF standard set by the government, right? That's basically who that is setting the standardization for that, right?
Okay.
The federal government, right? It has to be.
Okay.
Administrated by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, regulation body. Oh, so is National Highway and Traffic Safety federal? Google
Yeah.
that. Is it?
National Highway Traffic Safety Association.
So CAF standards, corporate average fuel economy. That's what it stands for. I'm going to Caleb read because he reads so much better.
CAF.
And regulation is administered by the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration. You hear people say CAF, but you may not realize what CAF is. And then Caleb's going to tell you a little bit about it right now. So go ahead, Caleb, read, and then I'll commentary.
CAF standards are U.S. minimum average fuel efficiency for manufacturers' entire vehicle fleet, aiming to reduce oil consumption and emissions.
Hold on. Reduce oil consumption.
Yeah.
What do we have a plague of?
Oil consumption.
What have they not done? Reduced oil
Yeah.
consumption.
Well, that has to do with maintenance practices. Advised maintenance practices.
Aiming to reduce oil consumption. GDI engines, high oil consumption engines from fuel dilution. Low tension piston rings, high oil consumption. So this definitely does not make any sense, but go ahead.
With recent years seeing significant regulatory changes, including rollbacks of penalties by Congress and ongoing adjustments to efficiency targets by the NHTSA, National Highway Traffic Safety Association, affecting automakers' compliance and future vehicle development. Purpose is to improve average fuel economy, miles per gallon across company's vehicle lineup, reducing reliance on oil and lowering pollution. Uses a complex harmonic mean to balance fuel efficiency across different vehicle types and sizes.
And I already read that.
Administered by the NHTSA.
Where does none of this makes any sense? To improve average fuel economy, right? Miles per gallon across a company's entire vehicle lineup, reducing reliance on oil and lowering pollution. Well, engines are burning more oil today and grenading more than ever today, which is leading to more pollution. Facts. And also, when your engine's not running properly, it's counterproductive to get miles per gallon out of an engine that's not running properly with oil-fouled spark plugs, too much oil in the combustion chamber, too much crankcase ventilation pressure. None of what this CAF standard is makes any sense. People are getting better fuel economy, but you're polluting more. The average vehicle can't even make 100,000 miles on a catalytic converter nowadays because of all the chemistry that they have set forth here. Where's the balance? There is no balance. We have engines that their engine oil smells like they just pumped gas into it. We have oil consumption at record numbers in the last 5 years, or if not longer. We have catalytic converters that can't make 100,000 miles for oil consumption regions. Go back to what worked. Low tension piston rings is a recipe for disaster. GDI engines, recipe for disaster. Catalytic converters can't make 100,000 miles, recipe for disaster. So CAF standards they're the ones who put pressure on the auto manufacturers. So maybe they will relax some of these, but everything that they talk about right here is not what I'm seeing in the bays. None of this shit that I see right here that they're talking about, I'm not seeing engines that are reducing oil alignments. I see engines using more oil. Using more oil today. Catalytic converters can't make it 100,000 miles. More engines that are failing from oil consumption and the customers not now having to take care of those engines. Regulatory changes for 2025, penalty and eliminations. You guys, here we go. I'll do this. Efficiency targets. The Biden administration had set increasing efficiency goals around 2% annual increase. The Trump administration has proposed reverting to a lower baseline and a slower annual increase, potentially slowing fleet worldwide improvements. Automakers meet fleet. Yeah, I'm not going to read all this stuff to you. Key takeaway, CAF standards are a central evolving policy for vehicle efficiency. Currently influx due to legislative actions and changing administrations impacting auto manufacturer strategies for developing more efficient or electric vehicles. All you force these guys do is to engineer more failure. The vehicles are not as efficient as they can be. They can't stay in tune burning oil. That's not efficient. They're burning and consuming more oil, and they're grenading engines in less than 100,000 miles. Grenading engines. Where is any of that efficiency? None. There's no efficiency there. If you're not sure, when you hear that word CAF standard, read about it, check it out. And that's the pressure that the federal government is putting on auto manufacturers. We've had cars that had less technology that were very efficient back in the day. And all they needed to do was tweak it a little bit more instead of getting super creative. And all their engineering that they put in these vehicles has been a fail. And in the bays is the proof. Talk to anybody that's on the level here. A lot of the dealership mechanics won't even talk about it because they don't want to lose their job. We have more cars today that are consuming oil from day one of when that customer takes ownership of that vehicle. Probably because they're not using the wrong fuel. Probably because they weren't told how to maintain their little detuned race car. Many factors moving into that. Low tension rings. We had my Honda CRF, Honda 91 Honda Civic CRX HF, I think that's what it was called. I was getting near 40 miles to gallon in a manual transmission 30 years ago. Make a little bit of improvements to that design, and you're near getting what today's cars are getting. No VVTs, no fuel dilution, no variable cam timing, no this, no that. That engine needed a little tweak, and it probably could have hit 45 miles to the gallon. It's not impossible. All they engineered was failure. They forced the manufacturers to engineer failure. And the manufacturers like, this is great if we can get past warranty. But now they're all taking a beating, eating engines and internal warranty losses. And this is the big manufacturers. Our engines can't make it past warranty. Customers are complaining about oil consumption in the first 30,000 miles of owning their vehicle. What would make you want to buy another new car? Keep your old one if it burned oil. Why would you spend 80 grand for another oil burner? That's stupid. All right, guys, if anyone wants to chime in on it, go for it.